The recent sanctions against Russia were meant to cripple the country. After they invaded Ukraine, the United States, many European countries, and all of NATO, they came together and they said, we've got to punish these people for what they're doing. And ultimately, those sanctions, they're financial in nature. They try to cut off Russia, its citizens, and its leadership from the global financial system. But there's one big problem. Russia is one of the largest producers of energy resources in the entire world. If we look at this chart here, you can see here that the United States yearly gas production is the only country in the world that's larger than Russia. Russia is also one of the largest exporters of natural gas and oil across the globe. And so naturally, what ends up happening is that there are many countries who have given up energy independence, and they quite literally are dependent on Russia and those resources. Russia saw this as an opportunity, and they stepped in and they said, starting April 1st, you will have to pay us in rubles instead of dollars or any other currency. The whole idea behind this was that paying in rubles wouldn't actually violate the sanctions of the EU, NATO, or the US, and also would require more and more countries to adopt Russia's native currency. Now, naturally, there's plenty of people who said they're not going to do it. No way, Jose. Countries like Poland and Bulgaria, they completely refused to use rubles to buy these energy resources. And now the news is breaking that at least 4 different European gas buyers have already paid for supplies in rubles. And 10 European companies have already opened the accounts at that Russian gas producer needed to meet Putin's payment demands. Now, this is an absolutely crazy scenario to see all these companies that have become dependent on Russian oil and natural gas having to open up ruble accounts and literally paying in rubles as well. Not exactly what many people thought would be happening in 2022, but here we are. And so now moving forward, the question is, what exactly is Russia's next move? Well, Russia's come out and they're publicly stating that they're going to cut off even more people from those natural resources. They're not going to sell any more natural gas or oil to buyers who don't pay in rubles. The Kremlin says that Russia is a reliable energy supplier and it doesn't engage in blackmail. LOL. The Kremlin says buyers of Russian energy were notified well in advance of new payment terms. Now, ultimately, this is exactly what you would expect. If the United States, NATO, or other countries around the world all start to step up and levy financial sanctions against Russia, there's other countries who are just going to say, look, I don't agree with what they're doing in Ukraine, but I need the natural gas. I need the oil. Whatever the payment terms are, we are going to adhere to them because we need the resources for our citizens. And so lastly, if we take a look, as Russia continues to say that more gas buyers are going to have to pay in rubles or risk getting cut off, we can also see that European gas prices are already up 24%. And the ruble has just reached a 2-year high against the euro. Regardless of what you think about Russia, about Vladimir Putin, or the situation in Ukraine, it's very obvious that Russia believes that they have found some level of leverage here, and they're going to exploit it. And the big question is, how much pain can European countries, the United States, or others around the world sustain before they give in to these new payment terms and they start to use rubles? My guess is that it's not actually going to be global adoption of the ruble, but there's plenty of companies who say, I don't care what I need to pay in. Give me the gas and give me the oil, because literally my people need it. Hey you, did you like this video? Great, we make 5 of them a day and post them here on this channel. Make sure you're subscribed, like the video, and see you next time.